What's up, y'all? Sharpie. Welcome back to the channel. We are back on SkyFactory. In the last episode, we finally got a cobble gen up and going. Now I want to work on a mystical agriculture farm, because if we can start getting the dye essences growing, then we can start making more dyes. And we will also need a lot of string for this episode. Yes, string. Let's get into it. That is right. We finally got a cobble gen going, so that way we do not have to worry about cobblestone. And whenever we need it, we'll just go here. I also moved the dirt block from here to over here, so that way when I need to grow something fast, or I just need to plant the seed whenever I get a new color, and place it here, and I don't have to worry about it going back to dirt since it is right next to a water source. So yes, when I was talking about the string, I have figured out that you can use string in a barrel to make dirt. I wasn't sure how it actually worked, and I wasn't sure if it actually was something. Yeah, so this is how I'm going to get my dirt, is with string. So the first part of this is going to be me growing probably just a standard colorless tree, and then get a decent amount of the saplings for those, because again, once you put a silkworm on a tree, you will only get the string and the silkworm from that. Right now I can get two colors right off the bat, but like I said in last episode, where you just toss a sapling into lava, you get the orange sapling. Well, it works the same way with the water. I tried it on the barrel with it full and with the crucible, but I guess because it's considered a container that it did not work. Now if I do that, now I have a blue sapling. So again, right now I'm just going to hold off on the blue sapling for now. There's that. And then also, I don't know if it works with the colorless. Oh, it does. So if you put a colorless sapling in a furnace, you will actually get a black sapling. Now, it will not unlock black. It will only unlock black when you get charcoal. And actually, I could get charcoal as well by just doing this. That's another thing I'm going to do, is probably make a chest just for the different saplings. But I also found out that another one of my favorite, like just small mods, is in this pack. So I don't know if it works with a item in it, but if you crouch and right click, it's the carry mod. I don't know why, like, especially moving stuff around, it makes it a whole lot easier. I'm gonna do, before I actually get into the saplings, I'm just going to get tons of cobble, so that way I can outline the 9x9. And then what I'm going to do is, probably on this side, I will do another 9x9, fill that up with dirt. Before I actually make it into farmland, I actually want to put a grass seed down, and then get some bone meal, because I'm going to need seeds. I'm going to need a wheat seed and a beet seed, because that will unlock yellow and red. It'll be a minute before really anything interesting happens, so let me get to it. Oh yeah, I think, oh yeah, so charcoal is done. So this will unlock black for us. Nice. Another thing is, just because you get a dye, the dye also will not unlock that color. Okay, so we have the area for the mystical agriculture farm. Now it just needs to get filled with dirt, and then place a grass seed. And the one thing again I love about this mod pack is, once you place the grass seed, you actually won't really have to wait long for it to spread, because the watering can helps out with that. Now I just need tons and tons of string. I guess, well, right now it's just going to be normal trees until I get a decent amount of saplings. And then once I get enough saplings, I'm going to use those and the worms and try and get maybe 4 or 5 stacks of string. I finally sleep. Thank you. I also still think that nighttime, the trees do not grow as quickly as they can in the daytime. And then hopefully this gets put out on 4th of July. So just going to ask, what are y'all's plans for 4th of July? What did y'all do? Because more likely I'm going to be inside recording. I do know that the leaves can also be used. However, I do not have a way to make shears. I thought wooden shears were a part of the mod pack, but they're not. And I don't really like using more than one worm. I mean, one worm can do the job. If you add 2 or multiple, I know it does help the process, but right now I just want to save as much, like, since resources as possible. I think I already had a grass seed started. No, it's cocoa beans. I guess not. So it's 1 brown, 1 green. I think you just do this. Grass seed, and then boom. And like I said, what you can do is use your watering can, It's not instant, but it does help. But also the string is also going to be used not just for the dirt, but also for bone meal. Yeah, it can be used for bone meal. Did not know that. When I first started playing this mod pack, I did not know what to do. To where I'm the person where if I have to look it up, I will look it up. But if I don't want to look it up, my mind is set on figuring out some way. And eventually I was like, okay, I had to look up some things, but now that I kind of know it, it's only like later into the mod pack that I'll have to kind of go back and kind of remember some stuff, like once we get to like generators and whatnot. But that's way after we get all the colors, because I'm already ready in a sense mind wise to getting the start of the sand automation. I'm not gonna really have this for normal farmland. It's just gonna be, this is more for mystical. This for right now will just be for if I need food or whatever, I'll use this, have my mind focused on one thing at a time. And I'm the kind of person that start on this and go, oh, let's start on this, and then not come back to this. So I'm trying to stay focused on one thing at a time. So we're gonna need a lot of string just for the dirt alone, because I know I could use the brown dye, but honestly, if I can not use as much dye right now, then later on it'd be better, because string we can get constantly and pretty fast. That's why I'm trying to get the mystical agriculture up and going, because those will grow the essence. At that point we can turn that into the dyes. I mean, at this point I probably could start doing some bone meal to try and get the seeds. Again, this is technically just bone milling it, and I know bone meal doesn't really work with grass blocks, but in this mod pack it kind of does. All right, can we get lucky? All right, wheat, nice. Now we just need beet. Industrial hemp. I mean, still got wheat and that works. Beetroot, nice. Alright, so now that I have that, I'm going to use majority of this back on the bone mill. Another thing you will notice is when a crop is done, including the mystical agriculture, you will see a exclamation point. Yeah, see, there's exclamation points. That way now, when I right click on this, I will get the wheat, and also it will unlock yellow. Okay, and then what we do is put that here. Now we have the yellow dye. Now what I want to do is replace the wheat seeds with beetroot. 1, 2. That one's going to take a little bit more to grow. Fully grown, nice. And then give red. So now we have those. I do want to go ahead and make them into the trees first. Right. Yellow tree. These are a little different when it comes to the other saplings, because when it grows into the full tree and you harvest the leaves, you also have a chance for a force gem. I think that's what it's called. All right, we'll have to sleep. I don't think we... Oh, we did get one. Nice. And grow it. And we did get a blazing archwood sapling. Nice. We'll need that for Ars Nouveau later on. Let's go ahead and make one each of the seeds. Give me my seed, thank you. Okay, well, so I don't know if y'all noticed what happened. So I made it a red seed. The red seed ended up turning into a blue one once it went into the water. So I do need to watch out for that. Okay, yellow seed, grab it, nice, okay. Oh, well, I actually did need blue seed. Easy fix is just grab colorless. Same thing you do with the sapling, drop it in there. I got another one. Because right now, another one of my goals that I'm not going to really worry about right now. Wait, blue? Or I guess maybe they all can. But again, right now I'm going to wait until the bees are below us. I do not want to get stung by a bee right now. I think they all have left. I don't know if they're in their hive, so this could be the enemy. Oh, good. All right, let's take a quick look at our task book. We did finally get black. We did get blue. Still don't have cyan. That's still gonna be Bennett. Gray, we finally do, which I don't know why that wasn't. Yeah, why wasn't gray? I don't know. Light blue is still working on. Light gray, I want to get because that's when we can get iron. Lime is going to be a minute. We don't have magenta not yet. That'll probably be one of the last ones. Orange we do. Pink is still going to be a minute. Same with purple. We did get red. We do have white. And we also have yellow. So right now we're what, halfway done? Actually a little over halfway. I want to say the next one we probably get will be light gray and hopefully light blue, because I think technically we do have light blue unlocked. We just do not have the dye. And the only thing we needed for that was the eccentric tome. Again, like I said, not going to worry about that. Obtain obsidian. I'm going to wait on that because we need diamonds and we don't have that yet. Automate your cobblestone generator. Still waiting on that. I could go ahead and upgrade my tools to stone. I am going to wait on this part because that will probably be next episode, because I will need at least one piece of iron. So light gray will be the next color to try and get, because I will need a stone cutter. The stone cutter is how I will be able to get the dripstone point, and we'll go ahead and forewarn you, when I make 1 point, for some reason Dark Costa wanted to change up the sound effect whenever you use the stone cutter. So just forewarning you now. Because if I can go ahead and start making the dripstone stuff that I need, because I'll need 16 dripstone blocks and then of course 16 dripstone points, which luckily when you make the points, I think you get 4. So I only really need 21 dripstone blocks. Like I said, this was just going to be a very processed day, just because I'm going to need so much string to make into dirt. I'm just glad I actually found string could be turned into dirt. Should hopefully have enough now, because let's see, it's 5, 11, 17, 19, and then with the extra, we'll just say 20, plus the tree that's behind me that is getting worked on at the moment too. So far, we are halfway done with the farm. Yes, I know I made it into grass, but now I don't need the grass anymore, so it's all going to go to normal farmland. It may be a waste, but again, if I need more grass, I can always make more. Because again, going back to like the normal mobs, like cows and whatnot, they will literally spawn anywhere. It does not have to be grass or anything like that. As long as the light level is where the mob needs, it'll spawn there. Later on, we can make a thermodynamic generator, but again, all that will be probably 5 or 6 episodes away. I don't know. Again, my main focus is to get all of the colors available and to get good farm setup to where I won't really have to worry about the dyes, and I can more focus on other things to do. I think it's center. All right, so it's still not going to be enough, but I do now have technically a working farm. I just need to put water here with 24 more, and then the farm will actually be completed. So I do want to go ahead and get the seeds that I have now down. All right. We got our first row of the mystical agriculture set. I still have more dirt to place, so that's actually a good start. I don't think there is any other colors I can get at the moment. Oh wait, no, technically we do have light blue unlocked. We just do not have the dye or the sapling, because clay got us light blue, unless since we've gotten that unlocked. But as far as I know, okay, we can. Good. So now let's get these. Place that there. Got the tree. We'll go ahead and make that grow. So now I want to see if I can make light gray. Here, light blue. Nice. Okay. Also, let's see. White and gray. Please. No. So again, I don't understand. White and gray should make light gray, but it doesn't. Mark that off. So light blue we can now mark off. Well, I'll get back onto this, and if I can think of anything else, we'll try it. Wait, I think now we can make diamonds, because light blue was, or diamonds were under light blue. All right, the final piece of dirt. Here we go. Yeah, not going to worry about really making that onto grass, because eventually all that will get put into farmland anyways. We do have our first and one part of the second row started. Honestly, I think at this point, this is a good stopping point. We did get a place for the farm to go. We did get a good portion of the colors planted. The next few colors are going to be a little bit of a pain to get. What I may do is, in a sense, take a quick step back to get the sand farm going, because again, with the sand farm, instead of getting maybe 1 or 2 essences, I will get a full block of the dye, which is basically 9 of the dye. If y'all enjoyed, hit that like button, as well as hit that subscribe button, as it does help me out. If you also enjoy this content, let me know what I can probably improve on, or what I may want to add to the SkyFactory. Because right now I have some ideas for the next few episodes. I want to try and get the last of the colors as soon as possible, but the next thing will be the sand generation, so be on the lookout for that. And then until then, I will see you on the next one. Later.